Hi, my name's David Summerfleck, and I'm a digital marketing specialist online at www.dms.blue. DMS are my initials. It's also what I do, and blue, obviously, my favorite color. In this video, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons potentially of putting prices on your company website. As a digital marketer, digital marketing specialist, okay, I work with small business owners, lawyers, accountants, basically anybody who wants to get more of their ideal customers, and they're open to using digital marketing to get there. So is it smart to put your prices or your pricing packages on your company website? What are the pros and cons? Personally, I'm of the mindset that it's not good. It's not really a scary negative thing to do it, but here's why. Let's say I have packages, and I've tried this before, having pricing packages for my services. Almost every time that I meet a potential client and we talk, very seldom do they fit into a predetermined silo or package. They may have a DIY site that just isn't working for them. In most cases, they do. They have a DIY site that they made themselves with Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or whatever, and they're just not getting any results with it. Now, I can explain why that's the case, but usually it's better just to say, look, I can make it happen for you. Here's what I'm going to have to do. To do that, let's discuss budget and what your expectations are and go from there. They're not going to fit into a predetermined silo or package because the work that's going to be required for them is going to vary from one person to another. Where they're at in terms of development and communication is just going to vary from one person to the next. So you could be a lawyer, you could be an accountant, you could be a small business owner. Where you're at in terms of development is going to vary from one person to the next. The level of help that you're going to need is going to vary from one person to the next. So pricing packages really don't always work because you just don't know how much hand holding or accommodating they're going to need and what you're going to have to do from one person to the next. So it doesn't mean that you're going to have to customize everything for every conversation. You can streamline your processes and how you work, but it's really difficult to say, if you're this type of business owner, X, Y, and Z is for you, X price is going to work. So that's one of the cons of having your prices on your company website. The other downside, I would say, is that it commoditizes you. So the small business owner who is going to naturally going to look at price over quality because, well, what are they trying to do? What are their objectives? They may or may not know, and they may not have ever had anybody talk to them about achieving business objectives and setting smart goals and prioritizing and so on. That all may be new to them. So having predetermined packages may not always work with everybody. And what is one cost for one person might vary for someone else who's got more of their stuff together versus someone who needs a lot more help. But also for the small business owner, in a lot of cases, they're looking only solely at price, and they can fixate on the cheapest price possible because they don't know how to value specific outcomes. So, for example, from my perspective as the digital marketing expert, they might look at me and say, well, look, why would I pay you when I can go to Wix and Weebly? And I don't want to get into that conversation necessarily because they're looking at it from the perspective of, I can go get this free DIY package, type in content, boom, it's free. Now, yeah, they're not getting any results. They're not getting phone calls from that. But by putting prices on the site, it's one perspective where it further commoditizes you, or it can. So the idea is to get a dialogue started, get some information coming in, have some meaningful discussions about what their goals and objectives could be, rather just being a price that they see on a menu. So you can put your prices on your company website. There's nothing wrong with that. But the downside is it is possible that it could commoditize you, and that business owners who aren't familiar with marketing or what your service is for achieving real objectives, it is possible that they could just look at that number as a commodity, like they're ordering something at a menu, and then they're going to dismiss you as being too expensive or conversely too cheap. So it's better, in my opinion, to focus in on trying to initiate a conversation about value and achieving objectives. That way you have more adult, mature conversations about what really matters. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful. To learn more about digital marketing specifically, or marketing in general, or to ask follow-up questions, please visit me online at DMS.BLUE. Thanks a lot and have a great day.